Hi, I'm LB from the Dartmouth Student Wellness Center. Welcome to my beautiful backyard in Vermont. Today, we're going to explore the qualities of joy and playfulness within our yoga practice. And we're going to explore this through some variations of sun salutations to wake up the body, to stretch the body, feel some strength and grounding at the same time. I really invite you to bring this sense of playfulness in where you can. Um, Yoga is all about the joy of movement, but sometimes we can get really serious even about our yoga practice, trying to get into the perfect posture or deepen it in some way. And for our purposes today, I'm just going to invite you to allow your body to feel, allow your breath to be present and full, and allow yourself to have fun with this sequence. All right, I'll see you on the mat. We'll start our practice in mountain pose today. So I invite you to stand if you're sitting and to bring your feet about hip distance apart and beginning to lift and spread your toes and really pressing down with all four corners of your feet to really feel that foundation of the bottom of your feet to the earth. And then while creating that connection, beginning to find strength in your legs by finding some engagement above and below the knees as you press down through the heels, little tiny micro bend in the knees so you're not hyperextending. Traveling up to the low belly where you feel the tailbone begin to draw slightly down, low belly gently in, just to support your core and your back. Inhaling, shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, rolling them back and down while you slightly open your palms in this gesture of acceptance, of being open to the qualities of play and joyfulness and non striving in our yoga practice. And reaching from the crown of the head towards the sky while keeping the shoulders soft and relaxed. So, energy going both directions, down towards the ground and up towards the sky. Ears floating above shoulders, shoulders above hips, hips above heels. And then gently begin to connect with your breathing for a couple of moments, allowing yourself to make that transition to being here, perhaps beginning to lengthen and deepen your breath. As you inhale, you might become aware of a gentle expansion in throughout your belly, rising up to your chest, maybe even feeling a slight lift of the chest and shoulder area, followed by a complete exhale, following your breath the same way as it came in, fully and completely. Taking one more breath just like that, paying attention as best as you can to the sensations you're aware of. And then drawing your hands at your heart center, Nanjali Mudra, another gesture, one of connecting with self, feeling palms against one another while you lift your heart up towards your thumbs, opening again to possibility. I invite you here to make an intention for this practice together. And you might think, may I move with a sense of playfulness and curiosity while letting go of judgments or worries. As always, if there's anything else that you'd like to bring in as your own personal intention, feel free to call that to mind now. And then from here, if the eyes are closed, I'll invite you to open them up, keeping aware of your breath. Inhaling your arms overhead, letting your gaze follow towards your palms, maybe even arching ever so slightly back. And exhaling, hands down through heart center, letting your gaze follow. Inhale, releasing your arms. I'm going to start with half sun salutation. So starting just nice and easy, warming up our body. So as you keep this really nice, strong foundation of mountain pose, we're going to press down through our feet as we inhale our arms overhead, allowing your shoulders to remain soft. Exhaling, hands down through heart center. Starting even with less than a half Surya Namaskar, but just sun breath. Inhale, press through the feet, root to rise up. Exhaling, hands down through heart. Beginning to link your breath with your movement, lifting the arms up on an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, this time pausing at your heart center. And we're going to build off of that, now coming into those half sun salutations. From here, staying in that strong, steady base of mountain, but inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, this time softening through the knees, swan diving your arms out wide as you come into your first forward fold, allowing it to be quite passive, letting knees to be bent quite a bit here, while letting your head, the crown of your head, be heavy. Palms might even open if they're touching the floor, letting the shoulders roll towards your ears. And then possibly just shake your head yes and no, back and forth, releasing any tension in that part of your body. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhale, pressing through the feet, beginning to straighten your legs as you rise up halfway, flat back. Neck is long, shoulders are back, low belly drawing slightly in. Gaze looking straight down at the ground, noticing the warmth, the stretch in the back of your legs, noticing the length from your tailbone all the way out through the crown of your head, and exploring if you can energetically make that even longer. Feeling distance from the bottoms of the ears to the tops of the shoulders. Taking one more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, keeping all this length you've created, now re-enter this fold, letting the knees come soft, the torso heavy, the crown of the head reaching for the ground. The gaze here might be now looking between your knees or your calves or your ankles, somewhere in that direction. And then next, as you're ready, inhale again, straighten through the legs, come up halfway. Exhaling, hands to hips. Inhale, pressing through the feet. Inhale to rise all the way up to stand, coming into mountain. And we'll put that all together with a little bit more fluidity. So as you're ready, playfully draw your arms overhead. Exhale, folding forward, soft knees, weight equally distributed in your feet. Inhale, sweeping up halfway. Exhale and folding. Inhale, pressing to the feet, sweeping all the way to the sky. Gaze looks up and then follows your hands down through heart center. Two more times, just like that. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale to fold, feeling the joy of this movement in your body. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rooting down to extend up. Exhaling, hands through heart. Last round of this variation. Inhale, sweeping up, looking up. Exhale, diving forward, soft knees. Inhale, rising halfway. And exhale to fold. Inhale, pressing through the feet, sweeping your arms to the sky. Gaze follows. Exhale, hands through heart center. Pausing here, taking a deep breath. Exhaling fully and completely. Now coming into full sun salutation. And I really like to think of these that I'm saluting the sun. I'm giving gratitude for that life-giving resource that we have, the warmth that it creates. So as you're ready, on your next inhale, dropping your arms, lifting up. Exhale, diving forward once again, letting your hands come wherever feels most comfortable. Inhale, sweeping up halfway. Exhale, lowering down, bending your knees, this time placing your hands on the mat. And then we're going to step all the way back. and coming into a high plank. And right away, just letting your knees fall to the ground here. And first, noticing the low belly and the low back. Noticing if it's swaying like this and you're putting a lot of strain on that area. I want to invite you to draw the low belly in. Feel that support. Feel the strength of your arms. Feeling one long line of energy from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. Becoming aware of your head, actually. Noticing if you're looking forward, straining your neck in that direction, or letting the head hang heavy. Seeing if you can find that place in the middle that feels pleasurable. Right? Gaze is looking down. Taking one more breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to bend our elbows, but keep them close tucked into the ribs, letting our chest and belly come down to the mat at the same time. Chin comes to the mat. We point our feet, press the tops of the feet against the mat. Engage your legs, fire up your quads, so much so you feel the kneecaps lift. Hug your ankles towards one another, and then gently pull your chest forward, coming into baby cobra. Just a little gentle back bend here. Feeling the easy rise of your inhale, maybe float you up a millimeter higher, followed by the easy fall of an exhale. One more breath, inhale. And as you exhale, lower all the way down. Tuck your toes, press back into that plank position with knees on the ground. And then from here, with your toes tucked under, begin to lift your knees and come into downward facing dog. And so for our first downward facing dog, I'll just invite you to pedal the feet nice and slowly, feeling in through both sides of your legs. And then next time your ankles lift both heels. So the heels are reaching high. And then begin to draw the hips behind you and as high as you can go, pressing the mat away with your strong, capable arms. And then keeping all that lift, that length in your spine, then begin to let the heels descend towards the ground. They don't need to touch, they're just going in that direction. And then bringing awareness into the low back, the low belly, and scooping the tailbone, slightly drawing in the low belly, lifting the shoulders, but melting the heart. Gaze is looking between your ankles or your calves, so head is just relaxed and heavy. Taking one more breath here, inhale and exhale. And bend your knees, look forward, and walk your way up to the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, sweeping up, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale and soften into your fold. Inhale, pressing through the feet, sweeping your arms all the way to the sky. Gaze follows through the hands. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Beautiful. So we're going to flow through that Sun Salutation A 2 more times. Seeing where you can bring some lightness in, some lightheartedness, where you can bring some humor in, if there's shakiness or anything like that. Noticing when they're striving for perfection and seeing if you can let that go. That's the antithesis of our yoga practice. It's to become aware and compassionate, strong and steady. So as you feel ready, rooting down to rise, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower your hands, stepping all the way back to that top of the push-up. Either keep knees lifted or you can lower knees to the ground and begin to lower in one long plank, keeping everything in a straight line. Touch your chin down, tops of the feet to the mat, fire up your legs and inhale to cobra. Exhale to lower, tucking your toes, pressing back into that high plank position, knees lifted or grounded, and exhale back, downward facing dog. Make any adjustments you need and then find a steady breath and stillness here. We'll be here for 2 more full cycles of breath. Letting your head hang heavy, hips move towards the sky and back. And then on your next inhale, begin to bend your knees, look forward, and then take many steps or one large step to the front of the mat. Inhale, sweeping up halfway. Exhale and folding. Inhale, rooting down to rise up, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, folding right back over for our third round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping your feet back, top of a push-up, knees on the ground or lifted. If knees are lifted, really finding strength in your arm and your core as you begin to lower halfway or all the way to the ground. From here, you can either do cobra, or if you want to do upward facing dog, you flip the tops of your feet without letting your legs coming to the ground. Strong legs, open chest, long neck. And then exhale, flipping your toes, pressing back, downward facing dog. Again, 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Follow the easy rise of your inhale, followed by the complete emptying of your exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, take tiny steps up or one big step up to the front of the mat. And as you arrive, inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale and folding. Inhale, pressing through the feet, rising all the way up, taking up more space. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale with an open mouth sigh. One more time, just like that. And from here, I invite you to bring your feet out wide and heel toe your feet, toes out on a 45-degree angle. And then from here, we're just going to begin to work our way down into a squat. You're welcome to put pillows beneath you, blocks if you have them. And then begin to just to tuck your elbows into your knees, hands at heart, letting the hips be heavy. And this is one of those poses that you wonder, how do you find joy and playfulness here? For me, since I'm outside, I'm kind of on a tilt, and I'm noticing it's a whole different experience with balance, right? Whole different experience. And I'm even trying to not tip backwards right now. Seeing where you can might find a little humor or even laughing at yourself with whatever challenge you might be in. Taking one more breath, inhale. Falling and exhale. From here, placing hands down, drawing your hips to the sky, heel toeing your feet in, and coming into ragdoll, just letting the knees bend, hands finding opposite elbows, and just letting yourself dangle from side to side, shaking the neck, the head, letting all that tension just spill out like a waterfall. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Releasing your hands. Inhale, sweeping up halfway. Exhale and folding. This time, inhale, slowly roll yourself up, coming up lastly with your head. Taking a deep breath as you arrive, letting the shoulders roll up, back, and down. Starting just, or ending just where we started, in mountain. I invite you to place your hands in front of your heart again. Feel your body. Feel your breath. See yourself with a sense of lightheartedness and play, even within challenge at times, and see how that might transform how you relate to life. So, if you'd like to extend this practice, I'll invite you to gently bring yourself down to the ground and allow yourself to lie in final relaxation or shavasana on your backs with palms open, feet flopped out for as much time as you have. If this has to be the end of your practice today, I invite you to pause, to thank yourself, and allow that intention you created at the beginning of class to move on with you into your day. So, wherever you are, ready to move on or to chill out a bit more, I wish you well, I wish you joy, I wish you playfulness. From my heart to yours, namaste.